Afternoon, family. I was sitting there driving and thinking and listening to something Curry said the other day before he went to preach. He said the Lord had asked him to basically ask the congregation this question. If Paul was to write you a letter, well, you being the church, right? And we know that Paul wrote letters to churches. We know that Paul wrote letters to individuals. And knowing the content of some of those letters, if Paul was to write you a letter, what would he be saying to you? What would he be writing to you concerning? What would he maybe even be applauding you? But what would he be saying in that letter to you as the church, and you fill in your name? And as I thought about that, the letters that were written to the churches in Revelation, as prophesied by John, Jesus was speaking in those letters to those churches. So let's take it a step further, even from Paul. If Jesus was writing you a letter, what would he be saying in it? What would he be declaring to you? Would it be praise? Would it be rebuke? What would he be saying? Just something to think about, because it's had me thinking about it since I heard it. And then the Holy Spirit told me to think about Jesus writing me the letter. And it's really made me think, what would he be saying to me? What would he be writing to me as far as, to what I've done, right? Because it was in relation to what they were doing or had done or didn't do or weren't doing correctly, right? And again, realizing that we are the church, and each one of us represent Christ. How well are we doing that? And if, Paul or Jesus were to write us a letter, what would it say? Think about that. It's such an interesting concept, but it's also a very powerful concept. If I wanted him to write me a letter, what would I want him to write in it? What would I want him to say? And knowing that he cannot lie, what would I have to do to make sure that what he wrote me lined up? All right, something to think about, guys. Love y'all.